All right, so now we're really heading into the home stretch. We get a great promo for Apollo Crews where he challenges for the U.S. title. It's logical based on what we've seen. We got some axe throwing stuff, but I'm going to ignore that because I've already talked about it. And then Drew McIntyre comes to the ring for our main event. And he comes to the ring first. Begs the question, why is Drew fucking McIntyre in the ring first? It makes no sense. Then we go to a commercial to cut that off, which is weird. Then we get another axe throwing scene, which again takes away from the power of the main event, and it feels really stupid. Then Corbin comes to the ring. Why is Corbin coming to the ring second? None of that makes sense. You could have accomplished the exact same thing by having Corbin come to the ring first and do all his ceremonial shit, and then Drew would have got his big entrance. I don't get it. And then Lashley's at the top of the ramp with MVP, which I thought was really good. It sort of builds up some tension, anticipation. Ooh, they're there to challenge the winner, I guess. Awesome. The match between Corbin, who I'm not a huge fan of, and Drew McIntyre is really good. And I thought King Corbin, did a great job of doing something really hard, which is he looks like he's no threat to Drew McIntyre whatsoever, just body-wise. Drew McIntyre is built like a fucking god. He's the babyface champion that the WWE loves. But the problem with that is you got to have dragons to slay, and King Corbin's not much of a dragon. But they do a good job. The structure of the match I loved. Whoever helped them put this match together. Just small things like Corbin gets whipped to the corner, does his little gimmick where he slides around the pole, comes back in and levels Drew to sort of take over. Hits that superplex. The end sequence really worked, and then it culminates with Corbin doing the slide around the pole thing again, but this time he gets caught and he takes the Claymore and he gets pinned. Really good end sequence. How is this Raw? If their goal was to gain an audience from people watching the first time, unless they landed on one or two of the segments that really flowed and worked, I don't think they did that. And again, the Shad thing really overshadows it for me, that the fact that they didn't address that or say anything about that at all throughout the course of this entire 3-hour show, which I get that it's pre-taped and it certainly showed signs of it. But here's my thing. If this stuff is all pre-taped, why isn't it put together in a more logical way where things aren't fighting against each other, where, Kayla Braxton isn't coming in with an interview that's a completely different tone than the thing that just happened or what they're trying to convey overall. It's really strange. They got to put in the work. But I certainly put in the work, and now I'm going to put this thing out as a whole and then chop it up into the individual segments for people, which is a whole lot more work than it appears that Raw is showing, and it shouldn't be that way. I'm hoping as I continue to watch Raw that it improves from here. That's what I'm certainly hoping for. Thanks a lot for listening.